The game has changed, forever. In the very first scene of Squid Game Season 3, what was once a secret underground event is now something bigger, darker, and much more dangerous. No longer just survival for the poor, it now feels like a global battlefield. Leaked details suggest the first game is unlike anything we've seen before. No red light. No green light. Just fear, silence, and sudden death. The scene opens with a deep fog rolling over a large, unfamiliar land. Unlike the bright-colored sets of Season 1 or the darker tones of Season 2, this time the world feels almost real, like it's not a game anymore, but a war zone. The arena is massive, open, and covered in mud and ash. We see players standing in lines, blindfolded, their faces tense and uncertain. There's no music, no voice instructions, just silence. The guards, wearing new darker uniforms with sharper designs, walk between them like hunters watching prey. The camera slowly reveals the number of players, over 300 this time. Then something strange happens. A low rumble shakes the ground. One of the players whispers, "Is this an earthquake?" But it's not. The fog begins to lift, and what stands before them is not a playground or a cartoonish setup. It's a giant mechanical gate that slowly opens, revealing a field full of hidden traps. This is not a children's game anymore. This is a test of instinct, not memory. A voice, deep and cold, echoes across the field. It says just 2 words, "Begin running." That's it. No rules, no clues, just run, and they do. Some run forward, some backward, and some freeze, confused. But within seconds, we see what the game really is. Hidden landmines begin to explode. Sharp barriers rise from the ground. Every step becomes a risk. Players scream, fall, push others to save themselves. The arena becomes a chaotic storm of noise and terror. Drones fly overhead, recording everything. One unlucky man steps too far to the left and is gone in an instant. The rest begin to realize the first game is not about strength, not even about skill. It's about luck and fear. A new contestant catches our eye. She's young, calm, and doesn't run like the others. Instead, she crouches, listening carefully. She starts moving in a pattern, avoiding the triggers. Is she a returning player? Is she planted by the organizers? We don't know, but she survives the opening field. When over half of the others are already gone, as the dust clears, the players who survived are forced into a line. A giant digital board appears above them with one number, 142. That's how many are left. From over 300 to 142 in just 5 minutes. One of the masked guards steps forward and places a small black tag in each player's hand. On it is a new symbol, different from the circle, triangle, or square we've seen before. It's unknown, a mystery. One that will likely shape the rest of the season. The scene ends without music, only the sound of heavy breathing and fear in the eyes of the survivors. No one smiles, no one cheers. Everyone now understands this season. The games are not designed for fun. They are designed for pain. This brutal first scene tells the viewers exactly what kind of season it will be. The creators are not holding back. This isn't a repeat of old games or a simple upgrade. This is a complete transformation. The rules are gone. The games are unpredictable. And no one, not even the smartest or fastest, can guarantee survival anymore. The first challenge was meant to shock both the players and the audience. It worked. The stage is now set for a terrifying season where trust means nothing, and every second could be your last. Season 3 has begun not with a game, but with a nightmare. T starts with a shadow. After the chaos of the first game, the remaining players are led into a cold metal hallway. The air is heavy with fear. Some whisper, others cry, but then one player stops walking. He looks ahead, frozen. His face shows disbelief. Standing at the end of the hallway is a man in a black coat with red hair. The players don't recognize him. But we do. It's Hun. He doesn't wear a uniform. He's not a guard. He's not in chains like the others. He walks freely, calm, confident. Something has changed. He isn't here to play. He's here for something bigger. Season 3 seems to confirm what many fans believed after Season 2's ending. Gi-hun didn't go home to be safe, he came back to tear the system down. And now he's walking through the very place he once escaped, not as a victim, but as a hunter, a rebel. But the big question is, how? How did he get back in? And more importantly, why are the game makers allowing it? That's where things get interesting. In another leaked scene, a conversation is heard between masked guards. They mention a watch list and a player who shouldn't be here. They're talking about him. Gi-hun isn't invited. He forced his way in. He's no longer the man who cried and begged in Season 1. He's colder now, more focused. Rumors say he has allies on the inside. Maybe former players, maybe someone higher up. No one knows yet. But one thing is clear, he has a mission. There are also signs that someone else from the past might return. In a short clip, a player is seen holding a silver marble just like the ones used in Season 1's emotional betrayal game. The camera zooms in on the marble before cutting to black. Fans believe this hints at a connection to Sae Byok or even Il-nam, the old man from the first season. Maybe their stories aren't over yet? Maybe someone related to them has entered the game this time. Another shot shows the front man sitting in his dark control room, watching the game screens. He doesn't speak, but his hand shakes slightly. Could he be nervous? Could he know Gi-hun is back? Could there be a threat to his power? Some fans think Season 3 may be about a silent war between the front man and Gi-hun, both trying to control the outcome of the games from opposite sides. And what about the VIPs? In one leaked frame, a new face is seen among them. This time, not wearing gold or animal masks. Instead, this person wears white, with no mask at all. A woman, she watches the players with cold eyes, writing notes. A new leader? A sponsor? Or maybe the true mastermind behind everything? What makes this season unique is not just the new games or brutal challenges. It's the sense that the past is returning to fight the present. Old wounds are opening. Old players are rising. And revenge is no longer a dream. It's a plan. As the survivors move deeper into the deadly world of Season 3, they may realize they're not only fighting for money, they're being used in someone else's war. Gi-hun is back. But he's not the same man. He's dangerous. And this time he's not playing to win. He's playing to destroy. At first, everything feels familiar, the masked guards, the cold voices, the hidden cameras. But something is different this time. The energy has changed. The fear is deeper, and the games are crueler. Then the truth hits. There's a new person in charge. The mastermind we knew is no longer pulling the strings. Someone else is behind the curtain now, and they are far more dangerous. In Season 1 and 2, we saw how the front man gave orders and how the VIPs enjoyed the show. But in Season 3, strange things begin to happen. Guards start receiving commands that go against their old training. Players are moved in unusual ways. The cameras sometimes turn off during key moments. Even the front man seems unsure. He says, not calling the shots anymore. In one leaked scene, the front man walks into the command center, only to find it already occupied. A tall figure in a clean white mask stands by the screen, hands behind their back. The front man speaks, but the figure doesn't turn. The voice that replies is deep, robotic, and genderless. You are no longer needed. The system has improved. Who is this person? Fans have many theories. Some say it's one of the original creators of the game, returning to take control. Others believe it's a powerful VIP who got tired of watching and wanted to control things personally. But the most shocking theory? That the new mastermind is actually a former player, someone who survived and rose through the ranks by killing, lying, and betraying. One clue supports this idea. In a flashback, we briefly see an old photo of winners from past games. One face is blurred, redacted. That same blurred face matches the height and shape of the new leader. Whoever they are, they've been here before. They know how to win. They know how to break people. And now, they are designing games not for fun, but for punishment. The new mastermind doesn't enjoy the bloodshed. They study it, test it, control it. The games are no longer about luck or even money. They are about control, power, and fear. In one game, players are asked to betray their own families. In another, silence is deadly, one word spoken, and the trap is triggered. These twisted ideas show a dark mind behind the scenes. Someone who wants to watch humans fall apart from the inside. What's even more terrifying is the technology this new mastermind uses. In leaked previews, we see drones that scan brainwaves, collars that shock players for thinking the wrong thoughts, and even a black box that can delete a contestant's identity in seconds. This isn't a game anymore. It's an experiment. And what about Seong Gi-hun? Does he know who this person is? Is he trying to stop them or find them? In a powerful moment, he is seen standing in front of a large wall with names of past players carved into it. He touches one name and whispers, "You." That moment suggests he knows who's in charge now. And maybe, just maybe, he's been hunting them all along. This new mastermind changes everything. They are smarter, colder, and more in control than anyone before. They don't want attention. They want results. And they won't stop until every player is broken, every rule is rewritten, and the very memory of freedom is crushed. Season 3 isn't about escape anymore, it's about rebellion versus control. And with a new mastermind watching from the shadows, one thing is clear: this game is no longer fair. It's war. The games are no longer just strange and deadly. In Season 3 they are twisted, cruel, and built to break people in ways never seen before. It's not only about surviving now, it's about losing your humanity, little by little, until there's nothing left but fear. What makes it worse is that these games are now being watched from screens across the world. Squid Game has gone global. From the very first new game, it becomes clear this season will not follow old patterns. One of the first challenges is called Echo Room. In this game, players are placed in a huge round chamber where every sound is echoed 10 times louder. If anyone speaks, coughs, or even cries, the sound triggers hidden traps. Some scream by accident. Some whisper and are punished instantly. Others try to use hand signals to survive. But in the end, silence becomes the deadliest rule. It's a brutal lesson: your own voice can kill you. Another game is called Trust Fall. But it's nothing like the team-building exercise we know. Two strangers are tied together by their arms. They must jump together from platform to platform. But one of the two is secretly told to lie about which platform is safe. Betrayal becomes part of the rules. If both fall, they die. If one lies and survives, they move on. It forces players to decide: save yourself or risk everything for someone you barely know. There is also a desert maze, shown in a blurry leaked clip. Players walk for hours, chasing a flag that keeps moving farther away. The catch: some are given false maps. Others are given working compasses. The ones with the wrong maps begin to turn on each other, suspecting spies among them. By the time they realize the truth, many are gone lost in the sand or betrayed by desperate hands. But the biggest twist is not the new games themselves. It's where they're happening. Squid Game Season 3 is no longer limited to one hidden island. One scene reveals a giant map with multiple zones marked in red: Europe, North America, South Korea, and even parts of Africa. Each zone seems to have its own arena, its own players, and its own VIPs watching from behind the curtain. It's no longer just one game. It's a global system. This expansion means players from different countries are now being thrown into the same arena. Some don't speak the same language. Some follow different rules. One scene shows a French-speaking player arguing with an English speaker, unable to understand the clues in time. Miscommunication kills them both. This new setup adds chaos, confusion, and a cruel beauty to the show: more pain, more drama, and more death. But why expand? One theory suggests that the mastermind wants to create the ultimate test, to prove that no matter the culture or background, everyone is willing to turn on each other for money. It's a dark message, and one the show delivers with shocking accuracy. And then there's a final twist. In one hidden arena, players wear no numbers, no tracksuits, just black. They don't speak, they don't scream, they move like soldiers. Rumors say these are former winners, forced to come back and play again, this time as hunters. trained killers disguised as contestants. If true, the games have evolved into something even worse: survival against people who have already survived. These new games show that Squid Game Season 3 is not trying to repeat the past. It's trying to destroy every comfort, every expectation, and every old rule. You can't hide, you can't plan. You can't even trust your own teammate. Every breath is a risk. The games are bigger now, more cruel, and completely unpredictable. And as they spread across the globe, the message is clear: no one is safe. The game is everywhere. Let me know if you'd like a full outro finale segment or a new script based on another episode or topic.